Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Comic Book Nerd. And today, of course, is our D23 preview, ladies and gentlemen. We only get to do this about every 2 years or so, and D23 is officially tomorrow. We are going to talk about what to expect from Percy Jackson. We're going to talk about what to expect from Star Wars and what to expect from Marvel Studios. But first, if you are new to the channel, you already know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. And again, we are on the road to Avengers Doomsday, Avengers Secret Wars. I cannot emphasize this enough, how excited I am for the future of the MCU and for these two films. So, if you share that kind of love for pop culture, hit the sub button, leave a comment down below. We talk pretty much everything happening in the world of film and television. So, again, hit the sub button. That's the number one way you can support us here at the channel, and also is the number one way you will not miss out on any of the latest videos. So, without further ado, let us go ahead and hop into this D23 official preview. So, like I said, the D23 preview has arrived, and it is actually going to take place in Anaheim, California, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central Time to 11 p.m., of course, Central Time as well. Now, I've gotten a lot of questions on this time, or I've been reading about people kind of being confused on the time. 9 p.m. Central Time is 10 p.m. Eastern Time, so it's going to be a late night on Friday night for sure. It's because they're in California. They're starting this one around 7 o'clock or so, local time in California, which is 2 hours. So that is when, of course, the panel is going to be taking place. First, though, let's talk a little Percy Jackson, because I do believe that we are going to be getting a Percy Jackson Season 3 trailer on Friday, and I expect the cast to come out and talk about the show. I expect, of course, the cast to come out there, kind of talk about what's in store for these characters in this season, and reveal the first trailer for Percy Jackson Season 3. We know it's coming later this year, and there are only about 3 or 4 months left of the year, and this would be the best time for Disney to reveal a trailer for the show. We got that teased a few months ago now at this point, earlier in the year, at the end of season 3, or season 2 rather, and now it confirmed that season 3 is happening, and now we are expected to be getting that season 3 trailer and season 3 by the end of the year. I am keeping my fingers crossed that they're going to talk about season 4. However, I doubt that's in the cards, because Disney wants to focus on Marvel Studios and Star Wars. And speaking of Star Wars, that is what we are going to talk about next. As Star Wars is coming to this presentation, they are probably going to bring Starfighter. I expect a first trailer for Star Wars Starfighter. I also expect Ryan Gosling to come up on stage and talk about the film, because again, they got to start hyping it up, man. It's coming out early 2027, I believe. It comes out before Avengers Secret Wars. I know Secret Wars comes out in December, but I believe it comes out in the summer of 2027. So now is kind of the time where we're going to start getting trailers for these 2027 films. Obviously, we're not going to get anything for Avengers Secret Wars because, well, they haven't started filming on that project, and they haven't even, come out with Avengers Doomsday yet. So, again, Star Wars to show us our first look at Starfighter, as it's expected, because, again, we are just getting to that time where Disney does like to do their trailers. Moving on, of course, I do think we are going to get our first look at Ahsoka Season 2. This project has been long confirmed. If you guys do not remember, this project actually got delayed, I believe, at Star Wars Celebration in 2025. So, again, this has been long rumored for them to happen. I think it's time for our Ahsoka Season 2 trailer, because the last time Star Wars had a big panel, they were expected to give it to us, and they did not. So, again, if they don't give us a trailer for this show, I expect another delay for Ahsoka Season 2. I haven't heard anything negative about the show with it being delayed, but, again, I would expect that we get an Ahsoka Season 2 trailer at D23. Now, moving on is the big one, and that is Marvel Studios. For a recap, if you guys do not know, a few years ago, they did their kind of announcements at D23. This was a big time deal, because they announced the Fantastic Four casting, ladies and gentlemen. And most of the time when Marvel Studios is there, they try to go bigger and bigger every single year. And of course, we've been hearing a lot of rumors that we are going to get the full-on X-Men cast in the MCU. And actually, I believe it was My Time to Shine Hello today on Twitter they stated that the casting is done and that, of course, it is coming at D23. So here's a preview of everything expected to be shown for Marvel Studios. First and foremost, maybe they mentioned Daredevil Born Again Season 3, and they give us a little bit of footage at that event. I do expect that to happen because, again, it's Disney. They want to focus on their Disney Plus shows, right? So it make a lot of sense for Marvel Studios to, of course, talk about Daredevil Born Again Season 3, as that show is coming out next year in March of 2027. Moving on, we are also expected to get some X-Men 97 Season 3 footage. Now, I know Season 2 quite literally just wrapped up yesterday, which, by the way, if you have not been watching X-Men 97, you are missing out, man. That show is absolutely incredible. I loved it. I loved the finale. I get some people saying, hey, the writing was bad, but what are you going to do when you change writers mid-season? And honestly, for them to change writers mid-season, I thought the show ended off on a great note, especially with Nightcrawler there at the end. That scene was very, very touching to me. And again, I expect some X-Men 97 footage of Season 3 at D23 because it's coming to us in 2027. And again, it's Disney, shows on Disney+. It would make a lot of sense for them to do that. Moving on, we've got, of course, Vision Quest. I expect a first look at Vision Quest fully. Now, we got the first look at Vision Quest from Disney Upfront, if you guys don't remember, a few weeks ago, or a few months ago, rather, I believe, all the way back in March and April. And now I expect that same exact trailer. Maybe there will be some different scenes in there, but I expect a good bit of that trailer to be shown at D23 tomorrow. Again, it comes out in October, people. So we are a good bit away from Vision Quest coming out, or we are actually really, really close from Vision Quest coming out. So this would make a lot of sense for Marvel Studios to drop that Vision Quest teaser trailer, as we are about a month or two from the show's release. It does, by the way, lead into Avengers Doomsday. And speaking of Avengers Doomsday, we are expected to get that SDCC Avengers Doomsday trailer tomorrow with the tickets on sale announcement. If you guys do not know, Marvel Studios is expected to announce that ticket sales for Avengers Doomsday are going to be happening tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Pacific time. That's 11 a.m. Central time on the East Coast. That's going to be very, very big. They're going to drop a trailer with that. So hopefully they give us that SDCC Doomsday trailer. That trailer was just absolutely incredible. I loved it, or at least reading the footage. Cannot wait to see what it looks like in HD tomorrow, as 9 a.m. Pacific time tickets are expected to go on sale. They've already started to go on sale, and in my local area, they already have gone on sale. I've grabbed some for opening weekend. Cannot wait for it, as we are expected to get a different Avengers Doomsday trailer at D23. Moving on, we've got the Avengers Endgame Encore announcement as well. I expect us to get that first look at D23 for the Endgame Encore trailer. They're going to tease new footage. I don't expect them to really show anything. Maybe they show, of course, when Tony is talking to Steve about when time messes back or stuff like that. But again, I do think that we are going to get this Avengers Endgame Encore trailer because it comes out in September. That is next month, 1 month away from it re-releasing in theaters. Would make all the sense in the world for them to do that. And then, last but certainly not least, how can we forget the X-Men cast, ladies and gentlemen? It has been confirmed that we have gotten 3 of the cast members already, with Sadie Sink's Jean Grey. We've also gotten, of course, Samara Weaving as Emma Frost, and we have, of course, our Cyclops as well. So those 3 are confirmed for Marvel Studios and Deadline. The other ones, not so much, right? And we already know the team, I guess you would say, for Avengers Doom, or for the X-Men, right? We already know it's going to consist of the original 5 X-Men. Hopefully we get something Beast related at D23. Hopefully we get something regarding Rogue as well. She's going to be in the film, but she's not going to be a part of the team. She's going to be a student in the X-Men film. So hopefully we get something along those lines, and the X-Men cast does, of course, get confirmed at D23. I'm stoked for this panel, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to have a live stream tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Of course, it is going to be a late night on the East Coast, that's for sure. But 9 p.m., we are going to go live here on the channel. 9 to 11 is the panel. 8:30 we're going to go live. I said 9, but 8:30 is when we're going to go live, talk about it for a few minutes, and then, of course, react to all of the footage, all of the news that Marvel Studios is happening, the news that Star Wars is happening, the news that Percy Jackson is happening as well. Lots of things happening in the world of pop culture. So if you are interested and do want to support the channel, hit the sub button, leave a comment down below. That's the number one way you're going to be able to support us. Again, let me know what you think is going to be announced at D23. This year's going to be absolutely huge, and I cannot wait for it. Tomorrow, the festivities start, hopefully with the Avengers Doomsday San Diego Comic-Con trailer. Probably not going to do a breakdown on it because we've already done a breakdown. We've already talked about the footage as well. It would just be super cool to see, of course, on the internet and in HD in all of its glory. So we'll have a different video tomorrow. But I do expect some big things from Marvel Studios at D23. Let me know what you expect from Star Wars, Marvel, Percy Jackson, Pixar, all of that stuff in the comments down below. Tomorrow night's going to be absolutely insane. I'll see you guys for the live stream, and peace.